What's good, shooters? So we tapping in for the morning market brief, July 8th. We're getting started a little bit after market open today. Um, go over a few things that we're looking at on the market. Um, the S&P is flat this morning. We're kind of awaiting this July 9th date, which is tomorrow. We're waiting on July 9th to cross, and we're gonna hear some things from the Fed as well as Trump's decision on these tariffs. A lot of decisions that he's making with and things that he's doing with the other countries as far as tariffs is gonna be happening. So a lot of the decisions gonna be made tomorrow as far as that goes. Um, Here we go on 14 countries starting August 1st. He did do an extension, so I think that's gonna give the market a little bit of a break, but we still at all time highs, and we're gonna need to be cooling off soon. Even if it's certain companies pushing higher while we see the big companies fall, like the lower company. I think that's what we're gonna see. The small stock companies, small cap companies, starting to take lead, and a lot of money flowing into those spaces because they're not as affected by tariffs. A lot of them aren't. So we'll go over that. A few of the companies we're gonna look at today are gonna be companies that aren't affected by tariffs, and you'll start seeing some money flowing in that direction. As far as economic data, I don't think we got anything today. Tomorrow we have. Yeah, today we didn't have anything. Tomorrow we got a regular crude oil 10-year note auction, and then the Fed meeting. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be the big day this week. We still in, well, we were in extreme greed. We dropped back down to greed, which is not too bad. Um, I would have liked to still be up here and get into some positions to the downside, but we'll check out the market sentiment and see where we at on things. SPY, I think we could get a little push to the upside. It's on the hourly chart. If we come back up to retest these highs, that's gonna be a nice opportunity. Even if we get close to that, making that double top, it's gonna be a nice opportunity for us to catch a downside move. Let's see what the Q's looking like. The Nasdaq, same with them. Every pop is gonna be an opportunity to catch a pullback. Until we break certain levels, then we'll go ahead and continue to fall to this lower side of the Bollinger Bands. Um, until then, every pop we can expect us to come back down. That would have been a nice play this morning if you'd have played the Qs to the downside. We opened at 553. We down to 553.30. We down to 552.60. Yeah, we got down $1 out the gate. So yeah, that would have been a nice move going into playing the Qs to the downside, especially being outside of the bands like that. That would have been a nice scalp. Shot was another one that popped way outside the bands this morning. That was a nice scalp. Now we're starting to see, I got these already set up, these rising wedges across multiple companies, multiple stock charts, I should say. Walmart, shop, and it's looking like retail. If we look at Target, it's probably gonna be doing something similar. Let's pull Target up on another screen. We want to keep that up too. Yeah, I gotta keep. We gonna come back to that was Domino's DPZ. We gonna come back to Domino's. I want to check out Target real quick. Um, let's see. Do I got this scene up? Yeah. We'll do it. We'll keep the big screen up. So Target. Let's see if they got this this rising wedge type pattern that we seeing on Shop and Walmart. My bad. I'm setting up my other camera. Try to get some of that footage. So yeah, let's see what we get on Target's chart. Hourly. Not quite the rising wedge, but I do see potential cup and handle formation on the hourly chart. This is how we would draw that out. We'll just go get us a curve. Something like this here. And then we'll get us two of these. It look like we could be getting a cup and handle formation on Target on the hourly chart. I think we'll start picking up some momentum in the retail sector soon, because at some point we're gonna start anticipating holiday season, and it's not gonna be in October or November. It's gonna start happening around probably like late August. Um, so we can start looking at the retail sector to begin positioning itself for the year's end, Santa Claus rally, and all that stuff. Plus, a lot of these stocks in the retail sector have been beaten up pretty good over the past 3 to 4 months. So, to be honest, we can start working our way into retail pretty much anywhere, and probably be okay throughout the remainder of the year. If you look at the daily chart for Target, it's been climbing on the daily RSI, but it's way down here as far as it's off its highs. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, the weekly got us way down here on the RSI, pushing to the upside. So I think Target may start gaining some momentum soon. It crossed that 20-day MA on the Bollinger Bands on the weekly. Like it came back to retest this week, and we could continue higher and get up there to around 115. Yeah, I think we'll pick up some momentum soon in retail. That's gonna be one to keep an eye on. Let's go back to these charts though. These Shop and Walmart. If we get a break in these, which I don't like trading Walmart. I don't like doing swing trade in Walmart because it moves too slow. I don't mind scalping, but I don't like really day trade. I don't like swing trade in Walmart. Shop forming the same rising wedge. If we get a break here around this 114 area, possible retest, or it may break and keep going. It's gonna be a good point of entry for puts on Shop. To be honest, with this bearish engulfing candle, if we get that fall today, that's another signal for us to position ourselves for a put position in establishing a put position in Shop. That bearish engulfing on today's candle. If we continue to see that fall down here to this lower side of the rising wedge, that's another good indicator. DPZ, we've been consolidating on Domino's um, pretty much all June. For the last few weeks, we've been right here in the same range between about 445 and 460. Um, Then we coming up on earnings on the 21st of July. So, hold on. Let me get this set up. Yeah, we coming up on earnings on the 21st of July with this ranging and consolidating in this area, and it looked like we starting to form like that symmetric triangle, kind of like we had on Apple. Um, I think we'll see Domino's gain some momentum to the upside soon. They also got price target increase. I don't know who HSBC is. It's a bank, like, but I gotta go look at who that is. But they raised they increased their target on Domino's to 594 from 540. Um, so whenever you start seeing those target increases and consolidation, that's a good sign that we're at the brink of a reversal. Um, and we're also chilling right here at this 200 MA. I'm pretty sure if we go to the weekly, it's kind of looking like it's testing it. Yeah. What we looking like on the daily RSI? Yeah, we're swinging off the bottom on the daily as well. So I think we're in position for a push to the upside, and maybe to retest recent highs around 497. I don't know how long it'll take us to get there, but with us coming up on earnings, this is a good spot to gain some momentum, or to catch some momentum over the next week or two as we approach the 21st of July. Yeah, you got a few weeks, so you probably can catch an earnings rally on Domino's. I will go out to September, August, September, and get close to the money. We'll look into some of those. That may end up being a position we establish in the group. Outside of that, good. Crypto. Let's go look at crypto real quick. Bitcoin. Um, yeah, Bitcoin been chilling up around this 108 range the last few days. Since mid last week, we've been in the same little range. I think we got some news coming out today or tomorrow. I think it might be tomorrow on crypto in the crypto market. I'm gonna look deeper into that because I may want to go with some crypto futures to the upside just to see, you know, if we're gonna get this breakout. I think if we close above these highs this week, um, if we close above these highs, which the high over here was one, but the high was 112. But even if we close, yeah, if we close above that 112, once we close above that 112, I should say, that's confirmed continuation to the upside. I would say on the weekly, but even a daily close above that is that's pretty strong. We're probably not gonna get this last pull to the downside. We may just range until we get above that and then break out. We'll see how that play out. I'm in Doge, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I pretty much got a recurring investment for about $20 to $25 in each one of those every day. So building out those positions, I'm pretty much equal weight between my stocks and crypto right now because I've been taking profit on the stock positions as we got those run over the last few months. So we're shifting our focus a little bit over to the crypto market. Tech is looking overbought, weak, ready to continue falling. There's nothing really there. Defense may be a little bit of something going on over there, but even over there, we're still overbought with war tensions coming down. So it's kind of quiet right now. I am gonna look into that news that we got coming out for crypto this week, and see what else we got going on with the tariffs that's gonna be affecting us tomorrow. Cause that's where we need to be putting our focus, so we know where to position ourselves. Even if it's some of these stocks coming down, playing us some puts, we'll know how to position ourselves in there. And McDonald's coming back down towards this line. Yeah, we get back down here on this RSI, especially on the daily, but even on the 4 hour, we start getting down here on this RSI again on McDonald's. We'll be looking for another opportunity to jump back in there. On the daily, it's gonna form. No, probably the weekly, it's gonna form like a double bottom. Yeah, it'll get a nice double bottom on the weekly once we get back down to this area, around 287. That's gonna be a nice opportunity to trade that to the upside as well on McDonald's. We'll watch it, see how it plays out once we get that opportunity to entry. And we got the Bollinger Band out here too. Once we get that opportunity to enter, we'll make that decision, establish the position, and see what it do. That's the Procter and Gamble alert. It's back down here at that line. Yeah, kind of glad we got out of this position. We got out on this day, on this week, I should say. Last week, matter of fact, we might have got out of Procter and Gamble last week, but I didn't see the momentum continuing, and now we done pulled back to the same line that we bought in from. Palantir, I think, is cooling a little bit, but they still pushing. That's on the weekly too. Pepsi. Uber. I think Uber gonna be coming down soon. We're getting back up into the top of this channel that it's been in. And we at the top, the upper Bollinger Band. We're probably gonna start seeing Uber rounding off and ready to come down a little bit too. Come back and fill this gap here. There's a gap to fill down to 85. Let's go ahead and draw that up. So it's on the chart. Yeah, I see Uber cooling off soon. A lot of stocks are gonna be cooling off soon. That's why we're sitting back, waiting to see how we're gonna play the market, potentially to the downside. But that's all for the morning market brief. We'll be watching these positions. Walmart still falling. Shop still falling. I mean, we'll be watching these positions, and anything we establish, it'll be in the group chat. Other than that, manage your risk. Let's get active.